What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Glad to have you. Now in this video, we're going to be going over the watch list for the trading week of October 11th, 2021. All right, let's get to it. All right, the first thing we're going to take a look at is the futures for the S&P 500. It's 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you know a lot can happen between now and when market opens tomorrow. But if you want to go ahead and write down these levels, these are the ones that I'll be watching, and we'll see what happens. All right. Okay, the next thing I want to bring up is Verisign, ticker symbol VRSN. Now, some news came out on Friday saying that the president and COO of the company sold $625,000 worth of stock. So he still owns around $22 million worth of the stock at the current price. But what I found interesting was that the earnings for this company is coming up on October 28th. So does he know something that everybody else doesn't? Let's take a look at the chart real quick. All right, as you can see here, I have Verisign pulled up on the daily chart, and you can see it's been trading in this range here between $187 and $221 since June of 2019. So it's been pretty consistent staying in this channel except for the COVID sell-off of last year, 2020. But so if you want to keep your eye on this one, you could either play it all the way up into the natural resistance that it's had for the last couple of years up to 221, and after it hits this point, then you can short it back down to its support level back down here around 187. Now the fact that the COO, president of the company, sold shares prior to their earnings, so it's just something that's kind of weird about that to me. So he might know something, and so I'll keep this one on my watch list to be ready to short this on the way down right after the earnings, or maybe the day before earnings as a lotto play or something like that. All right. Okay, before I continue with the plays of the week, I wanted to point something out to you. Now, as you all know, the market has been choppy lately, so it's not a really good time for those of us who like swing trading, because you know one day the market is up, the next day it's down, and it just eats up your options. So what I've been doing is day trading, and when I day trade, I don't day trade shares, I option scalp either up or down. Now, using PLTR as an example, as you can see here, PLTR from Monday of last week traded in a range between $23 and $24 for the majority of the week. Now that's $1. And when you're trading options on a low price stock like this, you know, that's not something I'm interested in. I mean, you could do it, but you'll be sitting there all day trying to, you know, get those gains. I'm more interested in the type of tickers that's going to move $5, $7, $10, $12, $20 in a day. So that way I can get into a trade and be out of the trade in 15 minutes and I can go on and do something else. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the tickers that I'm interested in for the week. All right. So the next one I'm going to be watching is Moderna, ticker symbol MRNA. Here it is pulled up on the 15-minute chart, and the highlighted area here is what Moderna did in the last week. So I have all these levels marked off. If you want to go ahead and write these down. This is what I'm going to be watching. Now, if that COVID pill news comes out, I'll definitely will be shorting this one all the way down. Now, it did hit 292, around 292 when it was selling off the other day. So if it hits and breaks that, then the next level I'll be looking at is 283. If it breaks that, the next level I'll be looking at is around 260, 258, 260. If it falls all the way down here, man, that would be a hell of a short. All right. Next company I'm going to be watching is Zoom, ticker symbol ZM. As you know, a lot of these work from home companies have been having a hard time since the vaccine has been out. And you can see here in this last dip, Zoom has fell from around $400 all the way down to $255. It even touched $250 the other day. Now the selling range has slowed down a little bit, but it's still possible for Zoom to continue to sell off all the way back down to around $231. So keep your eye on this one. Next up is FiVN, ticker symbol FiVN. Now, as you can see here, this one's been selling off for quite a few days. I wish I had caught this one on Monday as it sold off, but you know, the next level that I have for this one is 137. Right now it's at 142. So I'll be watching it just in case it continues to sell off. And in the past, you can see that this one, when it sells off, it has a huge drop before it recovers. Huge drop before it recovers. Drop. So I'll be watching this one just in case it's not finished dropping. But if it starts to recover, I'll be watching that direction also. Next up is the Spider ETF for financials, ticker symbol XLF. The beginning of earnings seasons for banks starts this week, kicking off with Wells Fargo and Bank of America. As some of you may know, in anticipation for bank earnings season, this ETF tends to run up, and I've taken advantage of this one a couple times in the last few weeks, and I'm going to try to eke out a couple more trades before some of the bigger ones in this ETF, namely Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan. Before they do their earnings, I want to try to eke out a couple more trades in that one. And as an honorable mention, you know, the energy sector has been on a run lately too, so take a look at ticker symbol XLE. This one has also been on a run. Okay. Last but not least, the NBA regular season kicks off on October 19th, which is next Tuesday. So keep your eye on some of these gambling tickers like DraftKings. Now, DraftKings has been selling off quite a bit since it made it all the way back up to $64, and right now it's sitting around $47. The next level lower I have is $45.82, but it could bounce back in a positive direction using the NBA as a catalyst. Some of the other tickers in this space would be the PENN, which is Penn National Gaming. Another one is LVS, which is Las Vegas Sands. Another one is Caesar, CZR. And yeah, those are ones that you should keep an eye out for. All right. And that is the end of the video. Hopefully I gave you some good tickers to watch out for in the next few days. And if you like the picks that I have, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And while you're at it, consider following me over on Twitter under Blaze Stocks. That way I'll be able to give you alerts on any new news that I see between videos. All right? Talk to you later.